part two. I'm going to just keep going with what I was talking about. I only have 5 minutes on my screen recorder. Don't make fun of me. Um, but as I was saying, the MGU-H essentially should, in the future engines for Formula One, completely replace the turbine. We would essentially move to an electrically supercharged power unit. I think they should, if they're going to stick with 6 cylinders, allow any 6 cylinder layout, whether it's flat six, any degree of V6, wide angle, 120 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. I think they're at 90 degrees right now. And then it's so much simpler because you don't have to have the heat routed from the exhaust into the turbocharger. You can just have a straight out exhaust. I think they should be slightly larger just for the sound aspect, but it would be so much louder. And you'd have these engines, these naturally aspirated engines, maybe 2.4 liter straight sixes. They had 2.4 liter V8s before. So like a somewhere between 2 and a 2.5 liter straight six is my dream, or flat six, or V6. And then an MGU-H powered compressor is what it would be referred to as. The compressor would be electrically powered. This is the future of automobiles, and they would, instead of putting too much of the possible energy production, electrical energy production of the F1 car and its ERS system towards the MGU-K, which is already, 180 horsepower is pretty good. They could go a little higher, but put the energy towards the MGU-H and have an electrically compressed engine. It would sound so good, and you would have all the modern technology. It would be win-win across the board. And, I mean, not simple, but a pretty good situation for the manufacturers. I think it would probably make it easier for the e-fuels to be used and stuff. Not easier per se, but you have very specific torque demand. It would be the same, but you would just get rid of all the turbine aspects. So that's pretty cool. I was hoping to see some information on the drivers on the website, but there's the team launch. So obviously Leclerc and Sainz, it's a pretty killer lineup, you have to say. We'll see how they get along. It doesn't look too bad from the early social media stuff we have. We have Giorgio Armani as I'm fairly certain a new sponsor because he sponsors Leclerc. I know they have a partnership at least. And Leclerc, or Carlos Sainz is bringing Australia Galicia he's the personal sponsor of his. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. Charles Leclerc. I mean, he's such a good driver. Can we get him a real car? If he goes through what Max has had to go through for the last years of just stuck in limbo, essentially, that'll be such a bummer. I will not be happy about that. I am a huge Leclerc fan. He's been through so much. He really deserves a good car and just a good team around him. That's what I want. I want to see Leclerc in a great team environment with positivity, and I think Sainz can help bring that for sure. Having Seb down on his luck and down in the dumps in the other side of the garage brings the whole team down for sure. So I think there's a new found enthusiasm at Ferrari, which is exciting. Great looking helmet, Leclerc, got to say. And we'll shoot down here real quick and say hi to Sainz, and we'll get this video uploaded. But I have some hope for Ferrari. I think we could see a podium or two. We saw, look at their last year. They had, I think, 2 podiums. Yeah, they had 2 podiums in that shitbox of a car. So this car will be better. The engine is better. They've recovered from the FIA banning their cheating. I won't say it. I guess I already did say it, but they were letting fuel into the combustion chamber, or they were letting oil seep into the combustion chamber to increase power, and they weren't allowed to do that anymore. You got Sainz here, though. That's not a bad lineup. The reason they brought him in is they saw him bring McLaren back, and they want to see him do the same thing here. Obviously, Lando is a big factor in that, but they see a similar dynamic happening at Ferrari. Look what happened. Alonso leaves, and McLaren's back top 3. And Sainz was a huge part of that, and his good attitude, and he's just a stand-up guy. I really appreciate Carlos Sainz and what he's turned into as a driver. I think he very much earned this seat. So good luck to him. Good luck to Ferrari.